Yeah, they're going to do that, so I'll save that. And Cool Guy has Ness. Or, Cool Guy is his tag. It's BlazingPasta, sorry. I always do that. Yeah, Ness should create enough aerial pressure to give Yoshi a good run for his money. I'm not sure how the 3-frame neutral of Yoshi will be able to break up just the aerial pressure that Ness has, especially with that forward air. And just like the floatiness and basically the graceful bag in the air movement that that Ness has when he's using his jumps. And just that he's able to chain so many aerials with those jumps as well. We'll see how Spirunk gets by that. And it seems that he's trying to keep that projectile game and far-away game as much as possible. And he is moving in when it's needed, so he's climbing back a little bit, but Cool Guy's giving it to him. But Cool Guy's BlazingPasta! I gotta stop doing that. BlazingPasta is bringing it to him as well. Oh, read a pivot grab there, or he tried to do a pivot grab, but it found no connection. Great wave with that up smash, but it was the sour spot. He's going to take it to him with a couple up airs. Only found one, though. And that was a pretty good egg lay there, or egg lay attempt, really. He saw him dashing in. Gets the grab that time around. And I'm only realizing this now, but some Yoshi players can actually do pretty good, like, oh yeah, he expended his jump way too early, and that, I think it was a, I'm not sure if it was a shield reflection or something else, but it was probably a hit from, like, a tilt or something like that. But it expended the first part of the up B. The way that Yoshi's up B works is that he gains, oh, going in pretty deep again, but the bounce, and it does cancel out on Battlefield. So BlazingPasta will have somewhat of an SD. Not really, but like close enough to it. Getting back to what I was saying before, Yoshi's up B works with 3 instances of him at least keeping level. The first 2 sends him up. The first one obviously a little bit more than the second, but then the third one keeps him level. But anything after that, and you won't gain any height out of it. So, and most of the time, you want to save your second jump, because I believe it has heavy armor, if I'm not mistaken. Either heavy armor or super armor. It might have iframes at the beginning, but I don't know. There's so many instances where, like, you should have been knocked back, but you're not in this game. It's boggling to my mind. But yeah, that one instance there, way back, is why he lost that stock. Really weird why he didn't go for a back throw, especially on that close to the ledge. Back throw is Ness's kill throw. I was surprised he didn't throw it out. We'll see if BlazingPasta tries to get a second one in. Maybe he realized it. He is trying to keep this close pressure. I haven't seen a whole lot of PK Fire either, which is pretty interesting. And an up, yeah, the cranial connector, as Travesty puts it, able to to claim one for BlazingPasta. I mean, it was fairly close, so, I mean, Spirunk kept the pressure on him, even though the aerial movement of Ness should have helped him out just a tiny bit against Yoshi. And we're seeing a straight run back, right back to Battlefield. And let's see. I don't know. You want to keep Ness away from open areas and open stages, like probably a Final Destination and things like... Obviously, you want to keep him away from the 2 Animal Crossing stages because of those small blast zones. I don't know. If you wanted to try platform, you could try Dreamland, but maybe because of how far it is on the sides, he was a little fearful of... Spirunk was a little fearful of trying to get back on stage with how wide those blast zones are, maybe. But he is absolutely taking it to him. Sorry for not realizing it sooner, but he is tacked on just about 100% on BlazingPasta. And just keeping the rush down on. And here is some damage. Tries to find a chain, but he is able to jump out of it. Usually with Ness, you see that down throw into forward air. You usually get about 3 forward airs out of that if you can track DI, as well as any kind of jump, if they use some sort of jump to get out of it. So Spirunk was trying to bide his time here, but he's almost BlazingPasta has almost lapped him in, or not lapped, but just evened up in percentages. Back air, not going to do it. And he uses those eggs to cover back, so make sure he has that second jump come in secondary to those up Bs. Gets the down throw, looking for an up air finish, but good DI away from Pasta, and he will just survive for another day. Back throw, not going to do it across stage again. If he catches him here with maybe a pivot grab. Oh no, he's facing the right way now. Oh, just short of it. He tried for it there, but an up air from Spirunk. I'm not sure if he just threw it out or if it was recognition. I'm going to chalk it up to recognition for him. Why not? And he was able to claim stock on BlazingPasta. We'll see how... Well, I mean, he's one throw away. But it's just the neutral game that Spirunk is throwing out right now is just finding it so... Ooh! I didn't think he'd snap too. I thought he was too far out. But just the neutral game that Spirunk and the pressure that he's keeping up on BlazingPasta finally gets the back air throw. Outplayed! As another commentator, a friend of mine, Travesty, would say. I'm trying to keep it up for you there, Travesty. And right now, BlazingPasta trying to find some connection with probably a down throw. Oh, read the actual breakout of the egg there. But great air dodge right out of it. Normally, you see a lot of people throw out an attack to get out of the egg. And that's usually just because they're button mashing. But if you throw out the air dodge, you're usually safe, or obviously a lot more than throwing out an attack, because Yoshis are usually waiting for you to just hop out of the egg. They're not attacking the egg at all. We'll see how BlazingPasta can try to find some way in. He does finally even up percentages, and he's trying to keep pressure on this stage here. Gets in with the neutral, forces him back out. And Spirunk trying to go for, trying to mix him up on long game versus short game. He's got to be really careful because he only has those uppies to get back, and he does finally find purchase with one. I thought BlazingPasta was going to dash in and try to disrupt that that recovery. And there's that short hop neutral B. It's frame 3. It's just on par with Luigi, just from knowing Luigi's frame 3 or neutral B. Sorry, forward throw. Okay, back throw might not have killed actually. Yeah, so that was probably, he needs a little bit more, especially with the rage. Oh, surprised he went for the egg attack. Because if you egg attack and you miss, that's basically safe recovery out of the egg for your opponent. Especially if their mash game is really good. And he does get back again from the up B, the second portion of it. Forces him up to the top, which we haven't seen a whole lot of. Just above. There it is, back throw. He's, oh, just short. But BlazingPasta able to edge it out 2-0. That was absolutely down to the wire. So major, major props for Spirunk. At least for me, not having seen him play. Taking it to BlazingPasta like that. He was just keeping him on his toes. So look out for him. But yeah, BlazingPasta will be, what is that? I think will be sitting pretty in winner's semis. Yes, he will. And he will be, BlazingPasta and Redeemer Z will be up next on stream.